Here in Week 15, the 10-3 Saints travel to Philadelphia to take on the 11-2 Eagles. Teron Armstead has been added to IR, so they have a new left tackle. Sebastian Vollmer shifts over there. Start things off with the Eagles, and Carson Wentz is going to be throwing an interception right to Marshawn Lattimore here in the first quarter. So the Saints are now on offense going the other way. So pick things up with Teddy and the Saints, 3rd and 3 inside Eagles territory. Handoff to Ingram. He is stuffed on 3rd and 3, but they're on the Eagles side of the field, so they're going to go forward on 4th and inches. Yet again, another handoff to Ingram, and he is stuffed yet again. They are not in field goal range, so it's still 0-0. Now the Eagles take over on offense later in the first. Wentz rolling out to his left off his back foot, finds Aguilar as he gets the reception and then gets tackled. 2nd and 10 now, handoff to Blunt, spins away from one tackle, jukes at another man, high steps out of a tackle, and then finally is taken down at the 15-yard line. Very next play, Wentz fires, finds the rookie Cubic, gets down to the 2-yard line, and then the very next play they hand off to Blunt and he punches it into the end zone. 7-0 Eagles is the score as we move into the second quarter. Eagles back on offense. It's a play action to Blunt. Wentz steps up, fires deep into coverage, and Kenny Vaccaro is picking it off. The Texas Longhorn is pretty much tackled right away, though. He gets it into Eagles territory, though. So the Saints back on offense. 41-yard line, handoff to Kamara, and he's able to get down to the 25-yard line. Later in the drive, they're on the 7. It's 3rd and goal, and Teddy is sacked by Malcolm Jenkins. The safety comes through the line, and it's going to force a fourth and goal, so they settle for a field goal, and it's now a 7-3 ball game. Move things on as we pick things up with the Eagles on offense. Wentz in the under center. It's a play action, rolls out to his left, and he's just going to take off, and he absolutely runs through Marshawn Lattimore and is finally taken down by Dewey McDonald at the 28-yard line. Very next play, handoff Blunt. He's just going to spin out of a tackle, pick up a few blocks, break a tackle, and then get into the end zone easily. 28-yard scamper to the end zone for Blunt on his second touchdown of the day. It's a 14-3 Eagles lead. Later on in the second, Saints back on offense. Teddy finds Michael Thomas over the middle, gets into Philly territory. Later in the drive, they're on the 7, and Teddy, with an absolutely boneheaded throw, is picked off by Hicks, and he's taken down at his own 8-yard line. So Eagles on offense, but they did not do anything, so we move things on to the second half, where the Saints are now on offense, and Teddy throws another pick. This time it's Robinson who's going to take it all the way back to the house. From their side of the field, down to the Saints, and the Philadelphia Eagles extend their lead in this one to 24-3. And now the Saints on offense, 6:27 left in the third. It's a play action, and Teddy's going to go over the middle for Brandon Coleman on the post route. He's taken down to the 32-yard line. They would end up capping the drive off as Teddy gets a sneak into the end zone. And it's now 24-10, but it's still a long way to go. Start of the fourth quarter, Wentz in the pocket, rolling out to his right. He is picked off by Nolan German, the rookie, and immediately tackled by Carson Wentz. But the Saints are on offense after the first interception of German's career. So we'll pick things up with the Saints. Teddy in the shotgun, dropping back, looking for a man, and he has Coleman over the middle. He's going to drag a defender down, and he's down to the 2-yard line. Very next play, it's a pitch to Ingram, picks up a block, and he has a free line right into the end zone. Ingram makes it a 24-17 game, so it's a one-score game, but then the Eagles settling for a field goal on their next drive, but it's roughing the kicker, so they get even deeper into Saints territory. They would eventually get down to the 1-yard line where they settle for a field goal. So it's a 10-point lead for the Eagles. 2-possession game. Saints need to score quickly, and then they get the onside kick. But on 3rd and 10, Teddy is sacked, and their chances go down even more. It's 4th and 17. They need a conversion, and Teddy finds Tavon Austin, but the ball just hits his hands and ricochets out of him. So that would be the final. The Eagles did kick a field goal on their next drive to make it 30-17. and that is your final score on this one. 30-17, Eagles improved to 12-2 as the best team in the NFC, and the Saints dropped to 10-4. The offense just could not get it going on the day, as Teddy had a horrible completion percentage plus 2 interceptions on the day, and then Alvin Kamara 13 rushes for only 60 yards, no touchdowns, and Mark Ingram 9 rushes for 25 with a touchdown. They couldn't run the ball too much because they were down pretty much the entire game and needed to throw, and Teddy just could not get the job done to be in a shootout with the Eagles. So with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of New Orleans Saints football. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented. Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Popeye on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my team. Rose, the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type of can the men cast and grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead, and I gotta make it back.